Lombardi Sweep, um, off-season edition. Welcome. The water's fine. Luke's got something to kick us off with our show today, though. Go ahead.
So I've noticed this a lot in recent days, and I guess now that I think about it, looking back, like this has happened a lot more than I've actually noticed. But when you go to, and I guess it's probably a Quick Trip is probably the prime example of this, mostly because those are the gas stations I frequent. But I figure like Quick Trip is kind of at this point like more than a gas station. It's almost like a grocery store at this point, a mini grocery
Mhm.
store. But people like get their hot food and then they sit in the parking lot in their car eating the hot food. When there's like 12 trillion cars behind them at like 5 o'clock when you're coming home from work, and then you have to like
Yeah.
make your own parking spots in the parking lot. You walk past them and they're sitting there just hammering some mac and cheese. Like, how difficult is it? Like, the mac and cheese will stay warm. Just go home. There's no reason to spend more time at a Quick Trip than you need to. There's no reason to spend more time at a gas station than you need to. Get your food, get the fuck out of there, and let someone else take that space. It's been pissing me off a lot. This happened to me 3 days in a row now. Now that probably shows like, hey, Luke, you're like, why do you go to Quick Trip so much? Usually when I go to I do a lot of my grocery shopping. I buy like two days worth of food at a time. Like I do
Yeah.
that at Quick Trip. So I'm like, just get the fuck out of the way. Like this is not about you. This is not about me. It's about the easiest efficiency in and out of the gas station. And if someone gets in the way of that, it's like you're clogging up the whole system, right? It's like to put it in football terms, right? It's like if you're running like a power right, okay? You're pulling your guard. If that tackle is not getting pushed, if that tackle's staying put, your guard gets fucked up. Everything behind you gets fucked up, and you lose 2 or 3 yards on the play. That's what sitting in the parking spot at Quick Trip is like.
I completely agree with you. I mean, if I hate waiting in general, I hate slow walkers. I hate being behind anything that causes me even mostly actually I hate the things that cause me the very, very littlest slight bit of inconvenience. Those are the things
Right.
that piss me off the most. With that being said, I am in my car. I'm eating my food that I just got.
Zach.
I'm not taking it
I
home.
see.
Zach.
I want it hot, and then I want to throw it away at the garbage can that's right in front of me because I picked my parking spot
Why-
specifically. I left 1 minute earlier than you for this exact reason. I
Okay,
planned
so
it.
my rebuttal to that is
Uh-huh.
that's fine if you want to eat your food right away. Eat it in the Quick Trip. So I don't get the
What?
illusion that
I'm
someone's
not one of those.
no.
I see those people too. I'm not doing
Yeah,
it.
eat it in the Quick Trip. That pisses me a lot less off because I don't walk by the car and see someone eating in the car.
No.
I get it. I get it, but you know what? I'm not getting my Western omelet croissant and bringing it home.
Why don't
I'm not
you
doing
eat
it.
while you drive like a normal person?
See, that's
I
where I
could.
am. I'm in the middle. If it is a handheld thing, like a pork rib sandwich, you eat that and drive like an American. If it's
Yeah.
mac and cheese or mashed potatoes and I need a fork, then I'm gonna eat it in the car.
No,
And
no,
I'm not gonna have a
no. You
problem
have to
with
drive
that.
with your elbows while you're scooping the mac and cheese. Yeah,
Absolutely not.
be a man.
No.
I fully agree with you. And it's usually like I get it unwrapped and then I go drive. But you know what? Sometimes it's like, ooh, we're in the ideal situation. And I know the shelf life is very short here. I'm not going to risk anything for this sandwich right now. So I'm going to go for it. Usually it is like the boneless wings or something, though, or something along those lines. And most of all, I don't care. If
Also,
people
That's
wait
the
for
issue.
me, that's true. And that's my
That's the
fault.
issue.
Hands in. That's me being very self-absorbed.
also,
You know
Luke,
what? I also don't live in Green Bay.
Yeah.
The Quick Trips I go to are very much less busy than yours, I imagine.
Mhm.
I'm gonna victim blame Luke a little bit here. We have so many
Sure.
Quick Trips in Green Bay. Why do you have to go to the one that's full all the time? You can't tell me
It's
you're telling me you can't find one that has an open parking spot?
I will give you a good reason.
Okay.
It's 500 feet from my house.
Oh, okay,
Perfect.
yeah, that's
Are the
Pretty good
pumps
reason.
full too?
well. Hold
Mostly.
on now. Hold on.
Because
If it's 500
I've
feet
done
from your
the move
house,
where okay, go
park
ahead.
at
So,
home.
Well, yeah,
Trevor,
that's
I know
true.
what you're
Park at
going to
your
say.
house is
Yeah,
blocked.
I understand what you guys are going to say. You're telling me that at 5 o'clock, when I'm driving home from work and it's dark out in the middle of winter, in the middle of a blizzard, that I'm going to park and walk to Quick Trip. You are fucking crazy.
You gotta
I don't
want
think
it.
you've had a
Some people
blizzard 3
just
days
want
in
it
a row.
more.
I think you're making stuff up.
Telling
Yeah.
you.
I think
Although,
You got
to your
victim
point,
shamed and you're in the corner. You feel attacked. I
to your
get it.
point, it has felt like spring the last couple days, which I'm
Nice.
totally on board for, which that is kind of going against my argument. But that's not the point. It's the principle of
No.
taking up someone else's time for you to sit and enjoy your food.
to your point, it's been so nice. I'm rolling the windows down. I'm
Yeah.
turning the music up. I'm letting you listen to the music while I'm eating my food in my
So
car.
I do that in the summer. I'll roll my window down, just blast music. Like that is something that I hate when people do, but I do it.
See,
Yeah,
and
of
and
course.
everybody says, take time to smell the roses. And you're here telling people to do the exact opposite. I
No,
don't I don't agree with that.
I'm telling people to pick the roses and smell them at home.
Okay, that's fair. I just, don't want to bring it home. I don't want the garbage in my garbage can. I don't want to wait. Just in general, wait. Like I just want to go now. I just want to do my thing now. And then when I'm home, I got other things to worry about. I don't want to go home and then, okay, now let's take 5 steps back and eat. I'm not doing that.
You know how you solve that? You eat when you drive.
Sometimes, sure. Sometimes
That's the
I'm
most
just gonna-
efficient way to do it.
that, or you know what else I've done, which is even worse. I'll just sit in the parking lot and come up with some good tweets. I don't care if people are waiting.
Okay, that I don't-
I just like being at Quick Trip. I think it's fun.
Okay, that I'm not as bad as sour on because I can't formulate in my mind what you're doing. When I see that you're sitting there eating, I'm like, this guy doesn't care. Like maybe if you're
That's
there,
fair.
maybe he's taking a call, waiting to go in until he gets off of his call.
Very fair.
Then I give you some leeway.
Sure. I'm always wait. The amount of time I spend at Quick Trip versus the time that I'm actually actively doing something productive. Well, I mean, it's productive, but not like Quick Trip related productive. It's like 90-10. I'm fucking off. I'm fucking around the whole time there.
Do you think?
I'll take a couple laps in Quick Trip just to see what things to do.
Okay. Again, that's fine if you're out of your car. I do not care about that. But if I actively see you eating in your car, that can be done literally anywhere else in the world. That can be done.
So let me ask you something, Luke. So you said I have a problem with you eating in your car, all right?
Yes.
But then you're perfectly fine if they eat inside. They're both taking the spot for the same amount of time. So what's the
one's
difference
in front of
inside
him,
in the
though.
car?
But I don't know whose car that is.
Agreed. Yeah, it's
Okay, that's fair.
it's the same issue, but it's rubbing it in the face of Luke if
Right.
they're in the car. Now, how many times I've done this a couple times? This is a great move. I start eating something in my car in my parking spot. I'm like, you know what? I'm a little thirsty. Then I get back out and go back in. I'll get something like that.
Okay, again, you're not in your car, so I'm cool with that.
I was for a sec, and then I'm coming back and I'm finishing the meal.
When you do that, like, so sometimes I'll do it where like I get in and then buy and then get back to my car. I'm like, shit, I forgot something. Do you ever go in and you go to the same cashier like, hey, I'm back?
It's tough. I try to go to a different cashier for sure.
Yeah.
I feel judged.
But they see you every time, though. I mean, unless it's super busy.
I have one other thing that might be kind of relatable. Like, let's say you get like some wings or something with a dipping sauce, right? And you go, you check out, and you forget the dipping sauce, and then you're like, I'm just gonna go grab some ranch. Kind of feels like I'm stealing.
It does. It's the best though.
Yeah,
Sometimes grab two.
because it feels like then now they're watching you to just make sure that you don't take anything more than what you said you're gonna take.
Well, if they say yes, then they can't press charges at that point. I can take whatever I want. Never know.
So my other question to you guys is Quick Trip I guess outside of home and work, is that the building you spend your most time in? Like count all Quick Trips as like just Quick Trip in general.
Yeah, I think so. I think it might be.
Not for me, but it's probably second behind Meyer. Meyer has everything. Meyer is great too.
I hate grocery shopping, so I don't go to grocery stores.
My other thought was a grocery store, but I usually do online. I usually do the online pickup thing. I make a bitch go and pick up my groceries for me and bring it to my car.
That is the laziest shit ever. Come on, man.
It's not about laziness. It saves me an hour out of my day.
In Zach's defense,
but then you don't get to pick the stuff.
I'm willing to risk it. And you know what? If they give me bad bananas or something, then it gives me somebody to hate, and that fuels me for the rest of the day. I'm like, that motherfucker gave me a hard avocado. Like, what am I supposed to do? Or like the greenest bananas of all time that you're surprised that they even came this way. That happens too. It's like, what's your problem? But if they hook you up, you got a G. You got to add little comments and notes to them. You got to guide them to the right spot. It's like whenever you type in an AI prompt, you have to give a lot of description. I'm really dialing it in. Like, this is the exact thing I want. And you know what? If it's not there, you got to set up your replacements too, because I know if I was one of those shopper people and it says just replace it with whatever, I would give them the most random bullshit of all time. And that's happened to me too. So The best experience I've ever had, though, I ordered a 4-pack of, I think it was raspberry Uncrustables. Didn't have them. They had to replace it. They replaced it with a 12-pack for the same price. That dude got it. I gave him like, this guy's the fucking man. This guy's awesome. That's the type of people you need.
In your defense for ordering and making sure everything's there, you pull up to the curbside, right, and they pack it in your trunk. The worst human beings on earth are people in grocery stores on Sunday, morning / afternoons. Those people do not know how to live life. They can't. There's like 6 carts in the middle of one aisle. No people are around. It's just people. It's similar to an airport, right? People just forget how to live.
Yeah. They go the wrong directions in the aisle too.
Right.
They do the same thing as driving. It's not hard.
They go to the shelf and they leave their cart in the middle. Or in Milwaukee, we have a big problem with this. If you talk on your phone on speaker in public, I should be able to stab you in the aisle. And you face all charges. That is ridiculous. I don't need to hear about so-and-so fucking up your car or something. No. If you're on the phone and speaker, I should be able to either trash your phone or stab you. Like that's ridiculous. We need to be humans again.
Do you guys have a Woodman's by you, or have you ever been to a Woodman's? I went on Monday, I guess, and I haven't been in years just because it's so big. It's always the most crowded place on the face of the planet. I went there, and it was like as if when I was in there, it felt like days passed on the outside. It felt like no time, like time stood still in there. It was one of the most.
It's like going to a casino.
It 100% like a casino. Yeah. Like I don't know what's happening in the outside world. I felt fully disconnected. It was weird. It was kind of therapy after the Packers lost. It was very, very odd. It was one of the weird. And again, everyone. I was not ready. I was not in the right mindset to go there because I went there middle of the day. I was off of work. All the old people are there, grocery shopping.
Yeah, the worst.
Store. The worst. Again, my mindset wasn't right. It was a competition for everything. So very quickly, I had to adapt, and all of a sudden, it was game day, and it was very cool. Like I want to go back and just compete again. I felt like my competitive juices were flowing.
That's what happens when you see all those old people. I can probably already guess what was happening. You see an old person slowly go into the milk aisle. And they're almost there. And if you get there second, you're going to be waiting behind her for fucking 5 minutes. So you got to speed up, get there first, make sure you get around her so you can get around. Because they're going to be parked in front thinking about the milk they're going to get for the next 5 business days.
The Jell-O aisle. This old lady, I just stopped and admired her. She was there for 15 minutes looking at the different kinds of Jell-O. It was the coolest thing of all time. She didn't give 2 fucks of who I am, where I am, if I had anywhere to go. It was awesome.
Now, was it the box Jell-O that you haven't made yet, or the Jell-O cups? Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's not half-assing it. She's making her own Jell-O.
We do have too many Jell-O flavors, though. To be fair.
Well,
probably. Okay, I like Jell-O though.
I have a take on this.
Okay.
I think that Jell-O should only be used for Jell-O shots.
I mean, that's the best form of Jell-O, probably.
It's the only good form of Jell-O.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know about that.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I actually don't know how I feel about this topic. I think Jell-O is the best.
If you're eating Jell-O, why don't you just eat gummy bears? The same exact thing.
No, because Jell-O, my mom makes something where it's like we call it fruit at our family thing, so it's like healthy, but it's cherry Jell-O, Sprite, and cranberries or cherries in there. That shit fucking slaps because you can say, "Oh, look, I have fruit," and then it's basically just a soda dessert. It's awesome.
I'd consider that a Jell-O salad, though.
That's true. That's the one thing I would say outside of Jell-O shots has to stay because that is an elite thing to get at dinners.
What qualifies something as a salad? Is it just a mishmash of ingredients?
Yep. I think so. Mixing shit together.
So anything is a salad. So like soup is a salad.
As long as it's not homogenous, I think.
I think it has to be like leaf based to be a salad.
Isn't this kind of
pasta
like
salad.
no?
But
No.
that's not like a true salad. That's like
What's
that's
a
like
true
more
salad?
like it's like that's more of a casserole. I think it's misnamed pasta salad.
I don't know what a casserole is. That's one thing
This
I've
is-
never learned the definition of, and I
Again,
don't get it.
casserole is a very similar definition of salad. It's just shit mixed together.
You
Is
gotta
this
bake
is
that, right?
yeah? This is kind of like when we question if everything is a vegetable. I think it's the same thing. I think everything is technically a salad. But I'm gonna look up a definition of casserole for salad.
So if I'm saying
Casserole
that,
has to be baked.
okay, I'm gonna go against what I just said on this because something just popped into my mind.
Okay.
So if I'm saying that a salad is leaf based, which I think is a good quantifier of what if we're really breaking down what a salad is, then
No.
you kind of have to call a cheeseburger a salad, a chicken sandwich a salad, a taco a salad.
Well, I think like a handheld thing is something you could have a salad on a handheld sandwich, maybe. Like you could put like chicken salad sandwich is a salad on a bun.
Again,
You know?
I think it's just that should just be called chicken cat whatever.
Chicken casserole. That's not chicken casserole.
Okay.
It's not. I agree. That's why I stopped. It's not, but it's more like a casserole than it is like a salad.
No,
So
because it's cold and not baked. I think
But-
baked is casserole.
But
You bake,
but it's
bake a salad, it's a casserole.
I
It's
have
not
the
leaf-based.
definition, and it
doesn't have to be.
help us at all.
Okay, go
Okay.
for it.
So a casserole is a kind of stew or side dish that is cooked slowly in an oven.
okay.
Which
So baked.
I don't know where stew came from, but baked. All right. Now,
I agree with you
salad.
that's what a casserole is.
Salad has three different definitions.
Great. Okay.
All right. So the first one is a cold dish of various mixtures of raw or cooked vegetables, usually seasoned with whatever, sometimes accompanied by other ingredients.
Okay,
Or
that's your leaf base.
Yep.
Or this is the most generic definition of all time: a mixture containing a specified ingredient served with a dressing, which means that
That's a
basically
pasta
anything
salad.
is a salad.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't think salad has to have a dressing.
It kind of does because usually it's mayo with
Yeah.
like the non-salad.
Well,
ones.
well,
The non-leaf salad ones.
But so let's say for this example, let's take a leaf salad. Oh, leaf salad.
Yeah.
That's funny to say. But we're taking. I'm taking a head of lettuce. I'm chopping it up. I'm putting it into a bowl. Then I'm putting I don't know maybe some. Yeah, I cut up a hard-boiled egg. Put the hard-boiled egg in there. Maybe put some tomatoes in there, some green peppers, some pickles, whatever you want to put in there. And then I'm
Yep.
putting some bacon and cheese on top. I'm not putting any dressing on, but I'm still eating a salad.
Then it's not a salad
Then what
by
the
that
fuck is it?
definition.
No. First definition was a mixture of vegetables. That still works.
Okay,
You don't
that's
need a
true.
dressing for the leaf-based salad. But
Okay.
for the single ingredient mixture thing, which is chicken salad, is you're focused on the chicken, other things with it. The pasta salad, you're focused on the pasta, other things with it. That needs to be bound with a dressing, apparently, to be a salad, which I
So-
agree with, and I don't know why.
Okay, so let me throw one more example at you.
Well, isn't there a third definition from Trevor or no?
There was. Let me go pull it up again because it was even
Okay,
dumber.
Luke, you
Okay.
give your.
Is a burrito bowl? What does that count as? Like, let's say a burrito bowl without lettuce to play the game here.
I think if it's not leaf based, I think it has to be focused on an ingredient. So burrito bowl is not
So-
focused on one thing.
I
If you
feel
say
like
you could call it if there's more chicken
what is
than
focused on
anything
me?
else. The majority of chicken salads chicken. The majority of
So when
pasta salads pasta.
I'm thinking about like a burrito bowl, like as I'm
Uh-huh.
building it, like if you're getting chicken is your, that's your 30 point per game guy. That's your Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, right? Then you're bringing in your beans, that's your Lou Dorts of the world, and your rice is like maybe like a Chet Holmgren or even like an Alex Caruso. Like it kind of binds that team together,
Why
right?
are we using the Thunder?
I think rice is like the Kendrick Perkins if we're talking like 08 Celtics. Like it's the backbone, but you're not thinking about it.
I agree. I like that.
So what do you think about? I don't mean to keep like going down the rabbit hole here, but Rice. Because
No,
I agree with
keep
you.
going.
Rice is not the star player. Rice is just the guy that you want there to help carry you to a championship to help satisfy your hunger. What do you think
Right.
about when the Rice tries to play the starting role? When you do a little cilantro lime rice?
No.
I still think it jazzed it up a little bit. You know, you take Kendrick Perkins,
So that
and
feels
all of
like
a sudden you upgrade him to
Eddie
Shaq
House.
Celtics, which is like it's still the same purpose.
Okay.
It's not Eddie House. Eddie House is like the corn salsa.
No, I would say Eddie House is like the jalapenos.
That too. That's great.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
Just some that spices it up.
Yeah.
looking at the
Shout out Eddie
2021
House.
Bucks. The rice is Bobby Portis.
No, I disagree with that. I think the queso is Bobby Portis. That's what you're adding to this to really get it over the edge here. Bobby Portis, you're adding to that starting lineup to get over the edge.
Sure.
That's fair.
Sure.
That's fair.
But burrito bowl, to go back, I don't think it's a salad because there's no main focus. There's no main ingredient. Even though chicken, if the meat or whatever it is, that's the star of the show. It's
Chicken
not
is your
majority
Josh
meat.
Allen.
The chicken's Josh Allen. Is that what you said?
Yeah, not it's
Sure.
not the Josh. You know what I'm saying? It's that's the main. That's my first number one overall pick from Kentucky.
That's the star of the show, but it's not the main. It's not the majority. If we're breaking it down,
Yeah.
in terms of percentages, it's probably the rice is probably the biggest percentage in a burrito bowl.
Yeah.
It's not the
Probably.
chicken. I'm
Plus-
searching through the burrito bowl for the next piece of chicken, and I'm excited when I get it.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Not to mention, chicken is replaceable.
Fair. That's
With
true.
different meat though, but the protein's still the main. star.
If we're talking protein, sure. I thought you were just talking about it has to be chicken. Because let me tell
No,
you,
no, no,
brisket
no.
birria slaps.
Yeah, correct.
Sure.
Correct. That's a good take.
Right.
So my question would be then, if we're not calling it a salad, what are we calling it? A stew?
No, it's not
Because
baked.
stew doesn't have to be baked, does it?
I mean, it's got to be cooked. It's got to be.
Well,
It's got to
Burrito
be
bowls are
cooked
hot.
together. Honestly, if we're saying burrito bowl is one thing, I think it's a parfait.
okay, I
You're
can get on board
layering
with that.
different
Yeah,
things on
yeah, I
top
can
of
get on
that.
board with that.
Because
So-
a stew, you're combining things and you're cooking it together. You're not cooking the burrito bowl together.
When I hear stew, I think like soup. Do you guys get that vibe too?
Chunky soup.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know the difference between that and a casserole.
I don't think there is. I think it's just it's got to be regional dialect.
Could be.
There's a lot of casseroles around here, and I think I'm out on all of them because I don't understand them.
No, come on, casserole is
Oh,
the
no,
best.
that's not true. I don't like green bean casserole, but like,
Bad. That's bad take.
That's a
I
good
know
take.
you love it, but
Yeah.
like, sometimes people call like the cheesy potatoes a casserole, and I don't understand.
Yeah.
And again, I don't either. But by definition, if we're
Probably
playing by
right,
the
yeah.
book, yeah, I don't know. So I wanted to get one thing off my chest here, real quick. Sorry, Trevor, to cut you
Real
off.
quick,
Yeah.
can I give you the third definition of salad that throws all this into a spiral? A vegetable suitable for eating raw, which means one head of broccoli by that definition is technically a salad.
Yeah, it's like a pickle. An apple. No, I guess an apple's a fruit.
That doesn't even make sense. Where's this?
Anyways.
Is it a Merriam-Webster? Definite. Like who?
Oxford
who-
languages.
Bad. Oxford, everything bad. Oxford, comma, Oxford language. Oxford, the place. I mean, yeah, that doesn't even make sense. That's stupid.
Just to circle back to grocery shopping. When I grocery shop, which again I rarely do because I hate it. I like talking to people. I like seeing people. I like doing all that. I hate being inconvenienced, but I can deal with inconveniences. But like stupid inconveniences piss me off. Anyways,
Mhm.
when I grocery shop, I feel like it's a lot like Matt LaFleur coaching, where I come in with 4 or 5 set plays. I'm hitting here, and then
100%.
once it opens up, it's who knows what the fuck's gonna happen.
Honestly, that's how I felt like in Woodman's. Once I went off script, it was a
Yeah.
fucking disaster.
Correct.
I didn't know where I was going. I had to backtrack a little bit. I
Right.
was, where the hell am I? And then I ran into the Jello lady. It was a
Yeah.
disaster.
And you know what the worst part about that is? When you backtrack and you're going against the grain, people fucking hate you.
Oh, for sure. Except for
I
I'm
do
not
the
a
same-
fucking
I hate them.
dipshit. I'm not
Right.
going down the left side of the aisle.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll take the long way around, not to be that guy.
Let me tell you though, there's nothing more humiliating feeling wise. Like I always start on the far right side and work my way left. There's nothing
Yep.
more humiliating, even though nobody else notices it, of walking all the way back to the right side of the aisle because
Correct.
you forgot something.
Mhm.
I think at that point, I'll get it next time. I'm without that for 2 weeks.
It's always the thing I wanted the most, though. Like this
Correct.
time it was like a hot sauce. I wanted to go get hot sauce and I
Yep.
fucking forgot about it. And then I get
And
there, then there's a wall. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh God, do I just
To
leave? It's too much. There's too much going on.
To circle this back, when I do that, quick trip for the Tabasco, and I can't get a fucking parking spot.
Yeah, I'm putting the Tabasco on my sandwich in the parking lot. I didn't want to do it inside.
I also think it's kind of crazy that people go to the hot bar and put like they put the sides on the burger. Just take the burger and get the fuck out of Quick Trip.
You're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Somebody told me
what's that there for then?
It shouldn't be there.
No, it shouldn't be there. Somebody told me like my third time going, like one of the ladies that rung me up was older. She's like, you can put like pickles and stuff on it. I'm like, no. That's so fucking embarrassing.
You're not even putting fucking ketchup on your burger?
No, I'm eating that thing raw, man.
Yeah, you
Why?
eat it as
What's
it comes.
the point?
To get the fuck out of Quick Trip.
You know what it's kind of like? It's kind of like when you order, like, let's say chicken tenders or whatever, and somebody gives you a chicken sandwich. Am I going to stand there and, fuck around with it and get what I want? Or am I just going to take what they give me and eat it? I'm going to take what they give me every time.
Well, that's why you're not eating in the fucking parking lot, because you have to go home to put shit on your burger.
No, I guess I'm valuing the 30 seconds that I don't have to do that more than I am of wanting to put one pickle slice on my cheeseburger.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I think going back to stopping and smelling the roses, take a couple seconds, enjoy yourself, deep breath, look around, and just enjoy where you are, which is Quick Trip, fantastic spot. And then take yourself over to the bar. You got some pickles there. You got several dressings. You can do what you want. You got packets. You can unwrap them, put a little bit on.
And that's the issue.
Yep.
People are like in the way then when I'm trying to get around them because they want to put a little extra ketchup on their fucking cheeseburger.
And then that's assuming, like, I don't want an open-faced cheeseburger in front of the general public who like fucking coughs and sneezes without covering it up. Like I don't need a kid running around. Nah, man.
There's a clear thing. There's a cough guard. Even if you cough, it's not going on that burger. That bitch is safe, locked down.
I have one other thing before we get into Packers football.
I have another thing too about grocery stores.
I gotta ask you guys if I got scammed.
Oh God.
Okay.
So I was in the mall recently kind of recently before Christmas to go Christmas shopping. And I got to one of those kiosks. The kiosks in the middle of the mall. People try to sell you stuff. So I think I'm in the difference here where I sit and talk to those people. I listen to their story. I like talking to those people. I like hearing why they're there, what they're trying to sell. So this guy, it was him and his brother were selling this. It was like cologne, but it's like a roll-on cologne. Okay, it's like a little. It's like a vial this big of like. So like I have a flash drive here. It's probably about this size of a cologne thing. And it smells great, right? He sold me on one that he called it bust it down because the lady was going to bust it down when they smell it. So this guy's a good salesman. But anyways, he said, no, you should set your own price. Okay? Like, usually I'd sell, and I don't know, I probably got tricked by a salesman here. He goes, usually I'd sell these for $40, but I'm just set your own price, and I'm just looking for a blessing today. I'm like, all right, cool, pretty cool guy. I sat and probably talked to him for 15 minutes. I'm like, yeah, how about I'll do 35 for one of them. He goes, well, I'll throw in an extra one. I'm like, all right, I'll give you an extra 10 bucks in. So two of them for 45 bucks.
Extra money for that.
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
Now let me ask you a question. I have one question to ask, and I can tell you if it's a scam or not. Were they of Indian or African descent?
Yes.
Okay. See, no, you were not scammed because this happens all the time at the mall we have too. We have like a phone kiosk, for the cases. They make up their prices. They're like, usually this is 40, but this is 10% off. And then we have this, and this is 10% off. And so your price is like $25. It's like the math isn't mathing, but you just made up a price. So I think they just made up a fucking price for you on that one.
One
of
other
course
thing.
They did. That's called the scam.
Yeah, one other probably piece of context I should add to this is, when you get a kiosk, usually there's some kind of signage to tell you the name of the company or whatever. Absolutely nothing.
I don't think that tells me anything.
I think that's less of a big deal, but of course, it's not necessarily a scam, but it's like every street vendor of all time. They told you the ceiling. You think a little flash drive worth of shitty ass cologne that they called Bust It Down is worth $40? There's no shot. They paid at most $5 for it. At
Well,
most.
that's a normal markup. I mean, and how much are you using for each roll-on? 2 for 45? That seems like not that bad of a deal.
I will say,
Bad deal. It's this big, he said.
yeah,
Have you seen the cologne
it's not
bottles they have in
big.
stores? They're like fucking this big, and they're like
The good
150.
ones? The good ones?
Hey, if Luke
it
says
on.
"bust it down" is good, I'm
Have
trusting.
you
It does
used it?
smell pretty good. Yeah, I use it every day.
Okay. When do you stop smelling it?
I don't. I smell it all day.
That's a good cologne.
Okay, that's not terrible.
Yeah,
I was gonna
right.
say if you put it on and all of a sudden you leave the house and it's not even fucking there anymore,
No.
then that's you get ripped off. But okay.
So I did, because I had to use I didn't have cash on me, so I did the card reader,
Oh,
and
you did get scammed.
yeah, correct.
Check your bank account.
So the story continues. So I got out and I get to my car. I'm like, I should probably check out. Like, I don't even know what the name of that company is. So
Yep.
I went to my transactions. I saw the name of the what the card reader took it as. Looked it up. No website for it. No existence of it at all.
We bought
So
it from Temu.
I'm telling you this, within 3 minutes, that card was deactivated. I reported it as lost. Because I don't want to, put that he's trying to steal my money or anything, which is definitely a possibility. He's a very nice guy. I know it's probably nice being a salesman, whatever, but I guess the Midwest in me sees a lot of, and sees nice in people and likes to talk to people. I never canceled a card so fast in my entire life.
I like that you're sweating in your car. Like, no.
Yeah. Because I thought about it, I'm like, I got it. I can't, Yeah.
See,
it was holiday season. I needed to buy gifts. Like, I can't have no money right now.
The website isn't surprising though. Like, do you think a guy like that who sells a cologne called "Bust It Down" with his brothers with no sign can spend money on a website? Absolutely not.
If he was going to have a website, he would have had to list the price for his cologne, and you would have seen the price.
I don't know. I thought maybe he was like a salesman of a big company, not a big company, but an actual existing company.
The
Well,
name
it's
was
like the
"Bust It
Sunglass
Down." You
Hut
think
or
it's an
whatever.
existing company?
Like the sunglasses people, they don't have websites that are sitting in the
No.
middle of the mall.
But at least they have signage. Yeah, I don't know.
You're right, but like it takes no money to rent the space. You buy, and which is a good bit. It's something you can do. Just buy a
Right.
bunch of cologne on Temu, a million
Yeah.
things, and then just go there and be like, "Yeah, I sell this for $50 normally.
Yeah.
What do you want to pay for it?" And then
Right.
Midwest nice, you're not gonna be like, "I'm gonna give you $2, bitch." You're gonna be like, at least split the difference,
Correct.
25,
Right.
which is still a big profit for them.
So, yeah. So now my issue arising is I got the new card. I got a new card immediately. Drove to the bank and got it printed and got it. Now I'm finding that I have a lot of like subscriptions and stuff that I have not, and I'm getting like close to like losing these subscriptions. Like my Spotify subscription, I haven't changed yet, and we're going on. I don't know. It was almost 2 months or almost a month ago. I had free Hulu with that Spotify. Not that I use Hulu, but I got that when I was in college, and I think I'm still on a student plan where I'm paying like $6.99 for
Same.
Hulu and Spotify. Can't lose that.
Well,
I agree.
Hulu's gone, so that might change stuff soon, anyways.
Is it?
Eventually, yeah, it's still around right now. But yeah, I still have I have 2 Hulu accounts because I have the one with Spotify and I have one with Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I let people use one of them and then I use my other one.
That's smart.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, Trevor, what's bothering you?
We should both have. I think it's a catch-22. We should both have at grocery stores more and less self-checkout aisles. I'm different than
More
you, Luke.
and
I just
less.
want to scan my shit and get out. And so for that reason, I think we need more. But the amount of fucking people that go into self-checkout with coupons and who clearly are out of their element, we need less. So no matter how many self-checkout aisles you have, it is both too many and too little at the same time.
I have a fix to your solution here. You know how like when you play pickup basketball, there's like beginner league, intermediate, and expert. That's what
Yeah.
there needs to be. Here, if you're a beginner, you go to these ones. If you're intermediate, maybe you need help every once in a while, you go here. If you know what the fuck you're doing, you go here.
I mean, that's kind of the unspoken rule right now. They just need to make it more defined.
Correct.
Yeah.
There needs to be like walls up that you can't see the other people. Like you go down this tunnel, and that's where you go.
I agree. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's too many olds trying to do the self checkout and then they completely fuck it up. It's beeping. There's one guy on staff who's running around to every self checkout to type their code in and help them out. It's always a disaster. It's bad. Yeah.
And self checkouts are not perfected. Like, there's still times where like call for assistance. Like, no, I'm just scanning my shit, and then you gotta wait there. Like the guy's like,
Yep.
oh, I wonder what's wrong with it. Are you trying to buy this? Just put your fucking code in and get this thing back up and running.
Well, and also there are times like at Kroger where it'll say like it'll wrongly say there's still something in your cart and like you're gonna steal it.
Right.
And the person comes over, scans their card, and you have to watch the whole fucking video. Like, hey, look, there's nothing there. But you just stand there in awkward silence, and then you're like, okay, cool. Can I fucking go now?
They play a video for you?
So it'll say like it'll play a video and it'll have like a red square or something, like if it sees something that it thinks is in your cart that you haven't like scanned. And it's like, okay, well, what am I gonna do with the bags I already scanned? Put them on the fucking floor like a peasant? No, I don't want to do that. Sometimes it picks up that as something you didn't scan. Sometimes it doesn't. Like at Meijer, like if you buy, this is different, but like if you buy sports cards, like it sets off the security alarms so much so that people are like, yeah, just go through. And it's like, well, this isn't security anymore, and I can't take it off self checkout. So like, what are we doing here?
I also don't like that a lot of them have cameras now. That used to be the best thing in college where I bought so many avocados calling them onions in my head. Just in shit like that. I mean, I put steak in the fucking bag. I got 2 pounds of onions.
You scan a PS5 and you call it a yo-yo.
Basically, it was the absolute best. Apparently now, like Target, they keep tallies on you, and if you steal something, whatever, they like keep track of it, and then once you hit a certain dollar amount, then they call the cops on you.
Yeah,
but
that feels like not.
It's bullshit.
Legal. Yeah.
Well, it's smart for them because they can make it a felony and get you out.
Exactly. Yep. It's dumb. So switch your cards, switch your identities, and then you can steal shit. Because if it's under a certain dollar amount, you can keep it going.
Yeah, I guess.
Not that I.
How do they track that? They track it by like your credit card.
It must be your card, yeah. And obviously that's linked to your bank account or whatever, so it must be linked that way.
Okay.
Really solving a lot of problems here on the show and airing a lot of grievances. Do we have any other grievances to air?
I mean, I have lots, but
I mean, we might be towards the end of the show here.
I have lots of grievances. I don't know. That might be. I might bring one up every show in the off season.
I got a grievance that I'm benefiting from, so it's not really a grievance on my part, but it's more of a grievance on a system.
Oh, yeah.
So this is kind of like
down with the man
on cameras. Yeah. So there is. Do you guys have Jilly's car wash where you guys are?
No.
It's GILLIES. It's like one of those automated car washes where you can sign up like whatever. So I go to one the other day and it reads your license plate. And if you have a monthly subscription, you just go through, right? Mm-hmm. So I go up there, I'm about to pay, and it just asks me about add-ons. I'm like, and the fucking arm goes up. And I'm like, okay, well, I haven't paid for shit, so whatever. So I asked the guy and he's like, oh, I don't know. It read your license plate, so just go around, come through, and they can come around and pay again. So I'm like, all right, I'll do that. So I come around again, and there's a different guy there at this time, like one of the 3 workers, and the arm goes up again. So I ask him, I'm like, I didn't pay for anything. It just went up again. He's like, oh, yeah. He's like, sometimes our card readers or our car license plate readers, like I've never signed up for this at all. He's like, sometimes they just read a license plate and they just let you through, and there's nothing we can do about it. I'm like, your whole business model is predicated on reading license plates. I have never come here once in my life.
Feels like something you should get right.
And I get free car.
Probably.
Like, that's something you got to get right off the bat. So apparently now I have free car washes. I don't know if it's just this one or other places. I got to test it out. But like, this is your whole business model.
So
you should probably get it right.
Are these pretty popular places? Because I have a thought.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it similar to like not? Of course, it's not similar to Amazon, right? Because Amazon just takes over the world. But at this point, you can kind of just report that anything is lost for Amazon. Like you didn't get your thing, and they'll just send you a new one because it takes like less money for them to do that. Is this kind of one of those situations where it's like we don't even care, we just want to keep getting people in?
Well, that's the thing with the workers there. Like their whole thing is to let people go in and out. So if the system reads a car wrong, they don't give a shit. Like they're like, okay,
I guess.
like what What am I going to do? Am I going to spend 30 minutes to fuck around and close down one of 3 lanes? Or am I just going to let them through and it's not my problem? Like it's $11 car wash. So I mean, that one time they just let me through. Like, again, I don't know. I got to test it. But like, I also don't know like how to get my license plate then. Because it showed up, my license plate was correct on the reader. So I'm like, did somebody put in their license plate wrong and they're too stupid? Am I going to show up as like a car wash? Somebody's like, who got a car wash under my car in Milwaukee? There are a lot of questions I still have left to answer. But my whole thing being, if that's your thing, like, how are you getting it wrong? Like, that's pretty bad.
Again, feels like something you shouldn't get wrong.
90% of car washes are just money laundering anyway. So
For sure.
That's fair.
They're just trying to get as much, it's still a purchase in their book or whatever. So they're just trying to get a lot of purchases and cycle money through.
Have you guys noticed that, and maybe it's always been this way, but like it's kind of the new thing. You're like, oh, this is awesome. Like AI is like the stupidest thing of all time. Like that thing doesn't learn anything.
Yeah.
Like AI might be stupider than when it started.
Yep.
It's it's bad.
I was told it's supposed to take over the world, and I'm like, if it takes over the world, this is like punching fifth graders. Like that's what you're fighting. You're fighting 5-year-olds fighting AI.
I told you, Zach, about this originally. Like this is like a week ago, Luke. I was thinking of writing like an AI predicts the NFL playoffs, and so I just typed in the prompt like predict the NFL playoffs, and it predicted based off of 2024. I'm like, no, for 2025 playoffs, and then it just threw in teams that aren't even in the playoffs, and kicked out teams that aren't in it. So like predicted the whole season. I'm like, no, predict this NFL playoffs. I did 2026, whatever. It just guesstimated all of them. I'm like, the schedule is out online. I can look it up. I am asking you to predict it with the exact year, and you're still predicting teams that are in there. What good are you for if something that is set in stone you can't get right?
Yeah.
I also have one more take about grocery stores.
Okay.
Do you ever see that stat that goes around like so there's always that map of Wisconsin, or the map of the United States where like these are the drunkest counties and it's all Wisconsin, right? And maybe like one in North Dakota. And then the stat under it is like most of these counties have more bars than grocery stores. I feel like that should be everywhere, right? Isn't there like one central grocery store where everyone lives and like 5 bars where everyone lives? Like that, why do people make that? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's the case everywhere.
I think that's just because other states are just little bitches on what their definition of a bar is. They'll just call them restaurants. It's like, no, man, it's a dive bar. Call it what it is.
But even still, if you have more grocery stores than bars,
I think that's more alarming.
Yeah, either you have 0 bars or you have way too many grocery stores.
Right.
That's a money laundering scheme then. You don't need 3 fucking pick and saves and bump fucking
what I'm saying.
No, absolutely not. It's also weird when you go to different places in the country where it's like, whether it's grocery stores or Walmarts and stuff like that, they don't even have beer there. That's
right. Weird. It's crazy.
And they talk about us like that's our problem.
Right.
It's just gross. It's just part of.
Yeah.
I'm consuming it. Why wouldn't it be there?
Maybe because they're just fucking nerds.
Yeah, just fucking idiots. Grow up. Have a beer.
When my sister was in Pittsburgh, she was talking about like how you couldn't buy alcohol on Sundays. I'm like, how? Why is that even a thing? I can go to a Steelers game and buy a beer. I can go to a Pirates game and buy a beer. Why the fuck can't I buy one for home? You should be able to buy beer whenever the fuck you want to.
That's Minnesota too.
It's insane.
Trevor, that's what America's built on. Buying beer whenever the fuck you want to buy a beer.
Exactly. And I don't drink beer, but tell me how it's any different. Because people can drink it outside of moderation. Guess what? If they're alcoholics, they're going to find a way anyways. You're not stopping them.
Well, if that's the point, then like ban candy.
Yep.
Because people are going to eat candy out of moderation.
100%.
You can buy cigarettes whenever you want, and those are more dangerous.
Yeah.
Well,
it's I mean, yeah.
In the long run, cigarettes are probably more dangerous, but
I don't know. This is me closing my eyes to it, I think.
Okay.
But obviously Wisconsin's so by far the most drunkest state or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are very few drunk car accidents that I see. It's almost always caused by something else.
Yeah. It's usually ice.
I don't think it inhibits us.
Right.
I think that's
I'm
made up.
not quite gonna go that far, but I do think like I feel like okay, we have the drunkest counties. I should probably look this up. I don't think we have that many more drunk driving crashes than anybody else.
I don't think so. That or the whole thing is you crash and then they breathalyze you and it's like, oh, you have beer in your system, so they call it a drunk driving crash. But that didn't have any effect on it. It's because I finished my beer in the Quick Trip parking lot and then I drove home.
Yeah,
You
hell
know?
yeah. Yeah, I'll get behind that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm sitting in my Jeep in my parking spot.
So I will say, and I don't condone drunk driving, but
But
this is a big but. Okay, I don't condone drunk driving, but if you're in a situation where I'm pulling, into Quick Trip and I'm all pissed off someone's eating your car, if I see you drinking a beer in your car, then maybe it's a little more leniency.
yeah, you want me to
So-
drink it while I'm driving,
Again-
which is also fine, by the way.
Yeah, again, I don't want it on record that I condone drinking and driving, but Wisconsin.
If you can
there's-
handle it, then fucking do it. I don't think anyone should do heroin. If you can handle it and it doesn't affect me, go for it.
Yeah.
So I have the total number of alcohol impaired driving fatalities by state.
Okay.
Obviously, some of these states are bigger. All right, I'm not going to act like that. Wisconsin, how many fatalities do you think they have in a year? Drunk driving.
I can't even base a fucking number on it.
I would say like 20 per every 1,000.
I would assume beer
So
crashes
this is total.
cause more than drunk driving.
Agreed, Zach.
So alcohol impaired driving fatalities, 190. That's not bad.
In all
That's
Wisconsin, over 365 days. Yeah, that
Yeah.
has to be on the low
And
end.
non-alcohol
That's
related
fatalities, not total crashes.
Yeah.
So there might
Non-
be one crash that causes like 5.
Correct.
And the total non-alcohol related are 380. Now, 190 alcohol related fatalities. Here are states that have more. Again, they might have more population, but they have more. Alabama has 268. Arizona has 278. California is California, so I'm not going to say that because why? Florida has 839. Again, bigger. Georgia
That's so many.
Georgia has 366. Illinois has 349. Indiana is 220. Louisiana is 212. Maryland is 186. They're right next to us. Who else? Missouri is 254. North Carolina is 413. Ohio is 333. Pennsylvania is 314. South Carolina 313. Tennessee 251. Virginia 246. Like, we are better drunk drivers than every single one of your fucking states. Alcohol is not the problem here.
I'd like to do the math of total drunk driving accidents versus your total car accidents of like fatalities versus drunk driving fatalities and see, because my opinion, not knowing any of the numbers, is that I bet our drunk driving is lower, like the increase is lower for being drunk. I'm going to guess that being drunk helps us and causes less accidents. That is my hypothesis.
Like, looking at this, it adds up. Like, Texas only has 177 deaths by alcohol. They have 2,003 non-alcohol related. North Carolina has 413 alcohol, 933 non-alcohol related. So like,
I don't know
Wisconsin,
how many times you guys have driven drunk.
Never.
For me, never.
Never.
Of course, me neither. If I were to do so, I'm more careful. I'm not like fucking around. I take responsibility. Like, I don't understand the thought of, oh, Wisconsin's super drunk and then they're gonna start acting like idiots driving. Like, I'm not doing that. I dial it in. I fucking focus. I don't get it. I don't know.
Well, my question about all that is they want to limit alcohol. Ohio has like double the amount we have, and they have alcohol restrictions. So what the hell is the point of alcohol restrictions? You just got to be better at drinking it. And to your point, like, I drove buzzed once, not drunk, but like where you're, maybe like would have blown like a 0.04 or something. And I was just like you. I was super vigilant. Like, I'm not getting pulled over. I'm not dealing with any of this shit. I'm going exactly the speed limit. Like, there are
It's like when I'm super
variations.
tired too. Like, I'm trying to fucking dial it in. I'm not screwing around. I think Wisconsin also has a lot better like Uber, like different options. Like even in
Yeah.
places that doesn't have Uber, I think they have a lot of drunk driving. Like I think the Tavern League has stuff like that where it's like you can
Yeah,
just
you can get a
driving.
free ride home.
Yeah, exactly. Why doesn't
Yeah.
every place just do that? We're more responsible than anybody.
Also, I think driving while tired is way worse than driving drunk.
Oh,
Because
100%.
I have driven tired before, and I have like from Chicago to Milwaukee, and I've gone. I don't know how I got here without crashing. Like I closed my eyes for a good 5 seconds on a straightaway, and I had no intention of waking up.
I used to drive from Superior to Eau Claire, or from Eau Claire to Superior, at like 11 p.m. during college,
Yep.
twice a week, because I was going back and forth to coach, and I would fall asleep multiple times driving. It was a disaster. It was
Yeah.
not.
From La Crosse to Green Bay, I had to pull over at multiple gas stations to just take a 20-minute power nap.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah. Hype yourself up.
Randy's question for best rap album. I got a couple of them here.
Mhm.
This one,
Okay.
Jay called me basic for, but I don't care because this is like one of the best pieces of art of all time.
Yeah, 100%.
Kanye West debut album,
Boom.
and
Yep.
then kind of another is Mad Villain.
Oh,
Kind of another like pick where it's kind of. But again, I hate to be a music snob because people should listen to whatever they want to listen to. A lot of times when people say, "Oh, that's too mainstream," whatever, it's kind of a reason. It's mainstream, like it's good music.
Yep.
100%. Except for the bad mainstream stuff.
For sure,
Yeah.
right? There's bad pilots and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't disagree.
The music we like is very much better than everybody else's. I fully agree.
I don't know how everyone in the world doesn't listen to the same exact music that I listen to.
I know, right?
Yeah,
We
Also-
figured it out.
right.
Kind of speaking about that, I think the British language. I think.
Oh, here
two
we go.
things. One, the British accent is just for show, and two,
Just
Everybody
it's
says
uneducated people.
everybody says everybody has an accent. I think the true English dialect is American, because tell me why anytime a British person picks up a microphone, they sing in perfect English. That's a fucking sham. Like you hear Adele talk and you can't understand her, but she sings in perfect English. That's a sham. We can't let them skate by on that.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's very true. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. They're not trying. Like even before like the Beatles or whatever are singing over in England, they sang the same as when they came to America, and it's not with an accent. And then all of a sudden they sound like fucking dipshits without singing. I don't understand it.
Like this is not really a deep cut, but like Zara Larsson is Swedish. She sounds fucking American. Like they're just gaslighting us. We perfected it, and they're just trying to act like they still have something.
Like all the K-pop people now, they sound.
Yep.
It's perfect Midwest English. It's not even like Southern. It's weird. I don't get it. Any other of Randy's questions we want to dive in here?
Country music. I'm not a country music guy. I think country music is not very good music. I think there's some that works if you like add in like maybe some jazz fusion or some folk into it. But in terms of country, like the country, like when you hear country music, you think of like the mainstream country, and that's just pop music, you know. So I'm not into that. Favorite candy bar is
Toby
it's gonna
Keith
be
is the goat though.
sure.
He can party. He's cool.
Sure. Yeah. Favorite candy bar. It's gonna be hard for me not to say Twix. And I'm trying to think of anything that compares against Twix.
I don't think there are very many bad answers here. I think if it didn't get stuck to your teeth as much, $100 grand. But it does.
Yeah,
so
I like
I'll
100
say
grand.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat's solid. Kit Kat always surprises me when I have it. I'm like, oh, this is good. Mine is a Take 5, which is very much under the radar. No one says, but those are cool.
That's kind of a salad of candy bar.
Kind of.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. The one that I would put up against it is Three Musketeers.
Three Musketeers is good. Very good.
I like nougat. I like marshmallow. I like it, so I like the nougat.
Speaking of candy bar and salad, have you ever had a Twix salad?
Yes. Oh yeah. Awesome.
That shit's so good.
Yeah.
See, no, why is that a salad? I guess.
And why isn't it a parfait?
The condiment is the whipped cream, I guess. And just everything else mixed together.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So So just to talk about the Packers real quick, because I
Eh,
don't want to do
No,
it. Because
no.
I'm going to say what you guys are all what you guys think, what everyone in the world thinks. I'm not going to talk about who potential coaches could be. I just want to say that I do. You guys know, people listening might know that I do reporting for a local newspaper. After every time they lost in the playoffs, this is my fourth year doing it. I've written the same story up, I guess, 3 times in a row, like almost verbatim of,
right.
okay, here's what. So the Packers need, you go over the last game, and Packers need cornerback, offensive line depth, pass rush, and maybe a receiver. I wrote that same thing up again. So that's one thing that just doesn't change. The other thing that I wanted to talk about with the Packers is we've now lost to the Bears 3 times in the last 2 years. And I feel like people aren't really scared of the Packers anymore.
Nope.
It's not really like, because every Packer game, of my lifetime has been, oh, we got to get up for this game. We got to give the Packers the best shot. Now let's just run the ball and we don't have to do anything special. Like they're going to beat themselves anyway. So there's no reason to get up for this game. Nobody's scared of the Packers anymore. And I hate losing to the Bears, but that's what sucks. I want people to be afraid of us. And they aren't.
There's
And here's
nothing though.
and here's the thing that I hate even more than that. And Zach, you touched on it on the Flurry Sports podcast. I do think Ben Johnson was a tool for the handshake, but like I'm not gonna get mad at him. Like the drive-by, not only are we not feared, we are suddenly offended when Ben Johnson yells "fuck the
Yeah,
Packers" in the
bad.
locker room.
Bad.
That's
Bad.
the worst part. Again, like who gives a shit? Like you just beat a rival, and you beat them in the playoffs, and that has been like the team you haven't slayed. If you're that weak, like get the fuck out, man. Like football just isn't for you.
Yeah.
As a biased Packer fan, I hate Ben Johnson, right? You have to, right? It's part of the rivalry. You have to
Sure.
hate Ben Johnson. As an unbiased fan, like all of a sudden, this Packers Bears, the greatest rivalry and one of the greatest rivalries in sports, has some fire to it now. It's kind of fun to watch on the outside. It's not Packers winning 48-3 anymore every single game.
Well, it hasn't been a rivalry. It's just been
Correct.
like, oh, it's the oldest rivalry just because we play each other. Now it's
Correct.
competitive.
Yeah.
Now there's hatred. That's good. That's what it's supposed to
It's
be.
good. Correct. So again, I hate Ben Johnson. If I was like a fan of the Panthers, Ben Johnson might be my favorite person in the NFL.
Well, just imagine Bears fans. Like, fuck yeah.
Right.
That's who I
Yeah.
want coaching my
Correct.
team. Well, the whole thing, like I said on Flurry Sports podcast, the difference between the Packers and the Bears is the Bears were competitive and they wanted to win, like just individually competitive people. I don't think the Packers have competitive people.
No.
Like just watching it. Like Matt LaFleur didn't give a fuck. Jordan Love doesn't give a fuck. Christian Watson doesn't give a fuck. Romeo Dobbs doesn't know how to speak. Like, and then you have Joe Tooney losing his mind on the Bears. You have Ben Johnson obviously doing shit. Caleb Williams, as much as I hate him, as much as he deserves all of the hate for pouting on the sideline, like he's a competitive motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want people who care about what's going on.
And that's the one thing that I think is the worst. You guys both talked about it, like this is a rivalry now. Man, would it be such a better rivalry if we had a coach who I'm not saying you have to go all in, like, heel turn, but like Matt LaFleur is going to get to the podium and be like, oh, it's a good like, no, I want you to be like, fuck you, motherfuckers. We're going to run this down your throat. I want a head coach to participate like Ben Johnson. I don't want LaFleur to act like it's nothing. You know what I mean?
He can't now, though, because now if he starts doing it, then it's inauthentic.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, that's the only thing left for this rivalry to be by far the best in the NFL is like two head coaches that fucking hate each other.
Also, sneaky rivalry is that nobody talks about because they're both dog shit organizations. Jaguars Titans, I learned, like, those two fan bases just absolutely despise each other. One question I had for you guys, and I'm going to you have to pick one extreme or the other because there are coaches that fit both these molds. If you get your choice of a coach, are you taking the guy who's more of the let's say the motivating type? I'm going to say Dan Campbell. I don't think Dan Campbell lacks in this other area, but the Dan Campbell type, or are you taking more of the nerd who's X's and O's type, where everything's X's and O's and is just socially awkward, or are you taking the motivated guy who's like, yeah, like people rally around him, but maybe he doesn't call the best plays.
Motivating.
You gotta have
every time.
You gotta have the guy who's a leader.
Got it.
I mean,
someone who can inspire.
If Mike McDaniel was an inspiring coach, like outside of McVay, but even he can inspire. Name a nerd that has worked recently.
Right.
Like that's my whole thing. And I'm not saying you're saying they are, but like Dan
No, I
Campbell's got a
agree with you.
contract for fucking life there because he's a motivator.
Well, that's the thing. When Ben Johnson went to the Bears, I think we all kind of thought he was that nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he turned
he
into a
was
psycho.
Yeah, whether he was or not, I don't know, but he has got a full personality change and he is the Dan Campbell like guy.
Yeah.
But that's why if Mike McDaniel does go to Detroit, that's a scary combo because now you have a cohesive coaching staff who has different strengths. Packers, I'm telling you, if you ask 31 teams, no one knows who the Packers offensive coordinator is.
Correct.
No.
I would say 32 teams, Zach, to be honest.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Fair. No one knows. Like Packers coaching staff is all the exact same person, including, and I know you guys, or at least I know Trevor's way higher on him than me. Jeff Hafley is not that much different than Matt LaFleur. He's got more edge to him than LaFleur for sure.
But I think
But he's
Jeff
not
Hafley,
that different.
he just brought in something new. I think is, and as it turns out, maybe it's not totally new, but it's something just a little. It's a little, you put a little chili peppers on the pizza there and spiced it up a little bit.
Yeah. Bisaccia, I love Bisaccia too, but he is turned into more of just the dad of the group.
Right.
Like because he has to lead everything. Like everything falls on his lap right now. So it's like we need to have, I mean, you got to shake it up. You got to have people coming in to bring some energy in here and people coming in, again, pissed off. Like I want, what for people listening, we ignored the Packers for almost the entire show, a little bit by design because it's kind of funny. We're going to do more shows going on every other week going on now with a single topic. We're going to talk about maybe coaching changes. We're going to talk about maybe free agency, cap space, a topic every single show. But if we were, and right now the biggest topic is Matt LaFleur. Will he get an extension? Will they move on? Will they trade him? Will he go into the to the final year of his deal? Whatever it may be. If we could find a coach connected to Green Bay somehow, or connected to the state of Wisconsin somehow, and is just pissed off.
I have an idea.
Like they're just pissed off and wants the Packers to become the Packers again. That's the ideal person. Who's your? I think I know who you're going to say, but who's your idea?
I mean, there's no one better than Gruden.
Gruden would be great, and then maybe a little DC of or at least a secondaries coach of a Jim Leonard would be fine. Let's just build an all Wisconsin. We have a Joe Thomas offensive line coach.
Can I add something too? That I've seen him on two of my most hated teams, like since he got to the coach. I hate seeing Al Harris in a Bears uniform.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking you were going to say.
That's
I want
bad.
him.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Bring everybody back. It doesn't matter. You know who just said they want to be a coach? Mason Crosby.
Oh, be a good special teams coordinator.
That's why he says he wants to be a special teams coordinator. Why not? You know something.
That's something I kind of realized too. And I gave Mason Crosby some shit, which he probably deserved. Wish we had a guy like Mason Crosby, man.
100%. When he went through a bad slump, it was
bad.
The good thing is, and LaFleur's kind of doing it. The team was better with McCarthy, so it makes a difference. But McCarthy let him go through it,
right?
And he kept sending his ass out there. Like, do it again, fucking kick it. Let's see what happens. Packers aren't good enough to have that many kick attempts right now, so they can't do it as much. But like when Rodgers was rolling, we have Jordy and all of that. We were all pissed off because we're like, why don't we go for it?
Right.
Crosby's missed 5 in a row. Can we please just do something?
That
in the long run, it was the right move. But yeah,
that might be my funniest moment ever as a Packer fan when Crosby was really going through it. 2012, I want to say, and he played the Vikings in the wild card. And everybody in the stadium was watching him kick, like, because we're like, we need a fucking kicker. And Mike McCarthy with the Wentz rolling said, "Fuck it, you're practicing like 100 field goals before the game.
Yep.
We're kicking every damn time." And looking back on it, it's so funny that Mike saw a guy struggling with thrilling wins and said, "It's your fucking job. Do it or don't." I don't know, man.
Yeah, there isn't much of self-accountability on this Packers team.
I need to walk back a take that I've had for most of my life. And I brought it up to you guys many times. No, it's about kickers. Like, where did I say that kickers shouldn't be in the NFL anymore? Kickers need to be in the NFL, and I have one reason why. And I absolutely love this guy. I adore this guy. I think he's one of the best personalities in sports history. Skip Bayless has that take now, and you can't have like a real take that Skip Bayless has. So I'm off.
Nope.
What I think I dislike. I think kickers are for sure important. They need to be there. I think we need to fix the kickoffs. I think we need field goals. What I really dislike right now in terms of the kicking game is touchbacks 35. Kickers can kick it from the 50. So it really has become get one first down, you're in field goal range.
Yeah.
So I think we need to go back to brand new kicking balls. I don't like you can bring in your own kicking ball. Or, I think do that and change the touchback. Why not put it back at the 20?
Do you think
this could be a whole episode in itself, to be honest? There are a lot of issues with kicking.
What happened to kicking barefoot? That's fun.
Honestly, maybe every game winner has to be barefoot.
Can I ask a question? Maybe I'm off
Sure.
ball knowledge on this about kicking. What's the benefit of kicking without a shoe?
What's the benefit of not kicking without a shoe?
No. What's the benefit of kicking without a shoe? Like, why would that ever come to someone's head? You're like, you know what? You'd be better at a kicker if you take your shoe off.
I mean, if it's a shorter distance, I think you might have more control over like where specifically the kicking point on the ball is.
That feels like millimeters of that can be easily corrected.
Probably correct. I think if your kicking form isn't the greatest, maybe like the shoe could almost get in the way. You just hit the wrong spot. It might be less consistent. I don't know for sure, but I remember for the longest time, at least, the world record for longest field goal was a barefoot one from like some Hawaiian guy. So I don't know. Like for kicking long ways, I don't know. For like distance, I don't know why that would be better.
Yeah, I don't know. Isn't that? I don't know. I can open up like soccer, for instance, right?
Let's not get into that.
You can't be barefoot in soccer, right? You get stepped on and your foot's just going to be horrible. You run around, whatever.
Well, that's because the rest of the people have cleats. If everyone's barefoot, I think it's fine.
Right. But let me get to this point here. So if you're doing like penalty kicks, if it's so good to bare kick, why wouldn't soccer players kick barefoot on penalty kicks?
I don't know.
Trevor, you're a resident soccer fan, so I'm kind of waiting for it.
Well, the issue with soccer doing that is they couldn't do that because they'd have a sock on, because soccer socks go super high. So then they'd have to take those off. And if it's during a game, you can't take the socks off because those hold your shin pads up. If it's after the game and penalty shootout,
they were shin pads,
but it's bad.
No, it's good because there have been over the years they've gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. And they're so small, they're like this fucking big now. And people are getting studs to the shins and just getting shredded.
It's like knee pads don't even exist in football anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they shouldn't. Frank Gore never wore them. If he doesn't wear them, that's fine.
There's no reason to wear leg pads. Just get stronger legs.
Remember when everyone used to wear a nut cup? That's way long gone.
I've never worn. I played sports my entire life. Never once wore one. Baseball, that was a risk in baseball because I used to hog the plate and get hit by pitches all the time. Like I probably had a one on base percentage every time I went up. I got hit by a pitch, which is an incredible way to play little league. Because sometimes I would lead off and it's like just stand over the plate, so you get beamed right away, and it's like this 9-year-old pitcher, right? He's off his game because he didn't strike out. He didn't get the first guy out. Then you put your best hitter second, and you just bomb a double off the ball, or you bomb a home run. All of a sudden, it's down 2-0 after 3 pitches, and you have this game won.
Luke, this is like you running head down as a long snapper. This is egregious, man.
So I wasn't a very athletic guy. Like I was athletic enough to compete, but I was never, going to college place. I was never even a D3 college. You have to find tricks to be able to get on base, to be able to, get the extra 15 yards on a punt.
You know who
I think love? We need to coach a team.
Yeah.
I think we got enough minds here. We could really come up with a good game plan for any sport.
Yeah. So I had my buddy's dad coached Little League baseball, and he said the trick to coaching Little League baseball is you put the best hitter, your best hitter in your team. Doesn't matter if it's a home run hitter, fastest guy, just your best player. You play him first because he's going to get on base against stupid 9-year-old pitching. Then you put your worst hitter second, the worst kid on the team, because his pitcher's he's not going to, he's throwing 4 straight balls, and that way you get like, hey, look, I made this kid feels good because he batted second, and he would bat ninth in every other team, and then you get favor with the parents. So I had a buddy whose dad coached like that, incredible guy, and like he told me, I'm like, that is like the smartest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I went through like 4 years of algebra and math, and right there, that is smarter than what I learned from math.
Well, and on top of that, like you put your worst hitter second. You think little leaguers are going to turn a fucking double play? No.
Correct.
So even if the shitty hitter hits a ground ball, he's getting on base.
No, you tell the shitty hitter, don't swing. You're not getting a strike.
Oh, well, that too.
Because this pitcher is rattled.
True.
Luke, you should
Mind
look
games.
up Brad Marchand. He's an NHL player. He's basically everything you just described. When he was little, he said his coach never said he'd make it. And so he just fucking pisses off the other team and does little shit. And that's how he's made a career in the NHL.
Long career. He's good. Okay. Well, Randy, appreciate all of your questions. We'll get to them all. We got plenty of off-season shows to get to.
It's gonna be a long off-season.
Off-season. We're going to start every other week now. So again, we're recording this January 14th. We will be back live on the Flurry Sports YouTube channel on the 28th. And if we come back sooner, it'll be because there's a Matt LaFleur firing, and we'll probably come back and do something. Otherwise, stay tuned. We'll talk about free agency. We'll talk about salary cap. We'll talk about draft eventually. We got all kinds of stuff coming up, and we may fill in the every other week with the ranking show, which could come back very soon as well. So definitely come subscribe to the Flurry Sports YouTube channel, and we will see you guys soon. Goodbye.
Peace.